What's up, everybody? Jason, Adventure Ready. Welcome back. If my hair looks like I did a bad job cutting it, you're right. If it also looks like I slept in a truck last night, you're right again. 2 for 2. But I am rocking a stash. So, I'm making 3 for 3. I don't know how we can do with the first 2, but still. Anyway, just heading back from beautiful Long Beach, California. The place where dreams are broken, I think. Man, that place is rough. I slept down there in Gardena, Long Beach area-ish kind of area to grab a container. And they don't seem to mind where you park down there anymore. There's so many broken down transient motorhomes. Some of these motorhomes don't look like they've been like legitimately roadworthy in like 10 plus years or more. Somehow they got them down those streets, and they're broken down everywhere. I mean, there's thousands of them. So I'll do a video of that next time I'm down there. I just was kind of busy this morning. The container depot I pick up from was unusually busy this morning. Normally I can get in and out of there about a half hour. It took about an hour and a half. So I was trying to make some good time because it's already 10:50, almost 11 o'clock a.m. and you don't want to be stuck down in Southern California when that noon to 1 o'clock traffic kicks in, because it goes to about 9 o'clock at night. It's pretty relentless. But yeah, so I was picking up containers. So we got more 40 foots coming up. Still kind of pushing these 40-foot high cube blended watertight. They're all pretty similar in condition. Same thing I'm using in my workshop. 40-foot blended watertight. The high cube is the 9 foot 6 inches tall. Sorry you're bouncing everywhere, you guys, but that's just how it goes right now. I got stuff going everywhere. But yeah, so I've been using these 40-foot high cube, except blended watertight. I haven't been going with the cargo worthy lately, and I'm not doing one trips in 40 footers unless someone requests that, because they're very expensive. Even there's profitability, but it's pretty high price up front to grab those. So, but yeah, so what I'm doing right now, if anyone wants a container, have people hit me up on OfferUp, on Facebook, on YouTube. I haven't been able to get any stock. I mean, literally, if I pick up 1 container a week, it's gone. If I pick up 2 containers a week, they're gone. So, not a bad problem to have, obviously. My pricing's somewhat aggressive right now. I'm including delivery for the price of advertising in the general, like, Sholo, Concho, St. John's area. And I've been buying 6 or 8 at a time, or at least committing to them, so I am getting a couple bucks off here and there, and I'm transferring that over to the customer. Any consumers that want them, I'm trying to help you guys get a couple bucks off, basically, and I still make my profitability and cover my maintenance and gas. So, but if you want a container, I guess what I was reaching out to on Facebook or on OfferUp or through YouTube, hit me up in the comments section. But also, if I say give me a call to commit, I just want you to call and let me know what the address or GPS is, so I can commit to the area and I can put you in a slot. If you are time sensitive and you say I got to have it by the 14th of this month, blah blah blah, whatever month it is, the 12th, whatever, I'll prioritize that, because some people don't care. Some people are like, I'm going to be at my property at the end of the month. We can do it the next 4 weeks. Let me know. They're very flexible. However, if I don't have anyone that's time pressing, I'm going to just go in the pecking order of who got a hold of me first. So I'm just following up on this because I've had some people hit me through OfferUp and through Facebook on comments, and they never communicate via phone. So I won't bring a container to someone's property off of a Facebook comment or a OfferUp comment. You're gonna need to contact me by my phone number. Even a text is better than that, but preferably give me a courtesy call so we can verify which direction you want the container facing on my trailer. Am I backing this thing in and pulling out? Am I pulling through the property and out the other side? So a couple of those things are just little variables that aren't huge, but they are important being effective.
East and half a mile. You're still on the fastest route.
The GPS lady's talking to me. Anyway, so yeah, so if you're interested in a container and you reach out to me and you say, yeah, I want one next week, or I'm over here, or how much to bring to Concho or Sholo, if I give you a price, just follow up with a contact call. My number's readily available. I hand it out like crazy. That's how I communicate. So, but I just want you to call to verify details. There's no deposit necessary. I don't play the deposit game. A lot of scams in this industry, so be very aware of that. If people are asking for a deposit, look elsewhere. Call me, call someone else in your area. There's enough business here that you don't need to take deposits and be very, you do just fine in the container business. So someone's asking for a deposit or a code or sending an invoice to go to some third party and submit it, pass on that on all occasions. That's going to be a scam. You're going to lose your $500 deposit. The $500 deposit is the game right now. It's been the game for like the last year and a half, 2 years. If you're talking about containers from the border wall, there's tons of that talk online. I get if I mention pricing at all on Facebook, things like that, as far as in a comment section or a community section, just in the general groups on Facebook, not just in the marketplace, I get all kinds of people jumping on there. Not that they mean
take exit 65E to merge onto CA 60 East.
GPS lady talking again. Not that I don't know where I'm driving, but I just like to have her in the background and tell me what I'm doing wrong. But I get a lot of people when I'm on those comment sections, and I don't think they have ill intentions or trying to look out for their neighbors and stuff. They think everyone that's in business is in business to rob everyone. Of course, if you're gonna make any money, you're a bad person. But a lot of them will make comments about the border wall containers are $1,000 a piece, $5, and they're giving them away, which it's not true at all. Or this outfit can do it better, or a guy will reference, a guy or a gal will reference, oh, I bought it from Joe Smith, for $1,500 delivered. He doesn't mention that he bought the containers 10 years ago when everything was $1,500 delivered and nothing is anymore. I mean, I can't even drive I can barely drive from Arizona to California and back for less than $1,000 in fuel. So try spending $6.99 a gallon on diesel and realize that those prices don't exist anymore. So anyway, just throwing it out there. The border wall, there are going to be some available containers in December, middle of December, I believe, the 15th, 16th, something like that. I don't know about all the ports. I know Tucson has one I've gone to. I bought some stuff. I delivered some stuff for a local school. Non-profit and government entities can buy as of the last, several months. Private party cannot buy the last several months. They're going to have to wait until this next shift when they become available to the public, and they'll be available through an auction block. And it's going to be a very slow process. The prices will start, somewhere in the $2,000, $1,500 range, which sounds great, but that's an auction, so it's going to go to the highest bidder. So if they were handing them out for $2,000 a piece down there, yeah, we grab them all day long. That's a pretty good wholesale price, but it's not what you're going to sell for. Also, I don't know about the Yuma port. I don't know about the Phoenix port, but I know in the Tucson port, they are not the prettiest containers. I brought 6 of them up to the local school by us in Concho. I offered to deliver them for them, kind of as a courtesy. I got paid, but it wasn't, it wasn't a money maker. Let's put it that way. I was trying to help them out. They got a quote from me. The quote they got from the from the border wall ones was significantly cheaper, but that was like a set price for government entities, like I said, and non-profits. So if you have those, the price is great, but then you got to find someone like me, a third party, someone that can deliver them, and you got to obviously include that into your pricing. So at the government price and nonprofit price, even including delivery, at a bro deal delivery, because like I said, it was my local school. I was helping those guys out, trying to do them a solid.
Right 2 lanes to take exit 65B to merge onto
65B, we're taking it.
San Diego.
But once you factor in the delivery fee, and if it's an off-road delivery, a lot of companies charge you more for that. They may not be the discount specialty that you're relying on or you're hearing about. So anyway, getting back to that, but yeah, so there are deals here and there. If it's too good to be true, it's probably not going to be true. So if you guys have questions on containers, put it in the comment section, text me, hit me up directly. You can find me on Facebook as well under Jason Thomas. That's my name. Not too hard to find. I have it under my real name. I had it under Max Transport, which is what I call my little side hustle, but I just put it back to Jason Thomas because I really don't like using Facebook primarily for business, because it just got so many know-it-alls on there, so many yahoos. Like I said, I think some people have good intentions on there, but the advice they give people is sometimes really dated. They're not a specialist on any stretch of imagination on any particular topic. They just like to hear their own click clack on the keyboard and they like to be part of the scene. Keyboard warriors, you call those people. Some are good people. I mean, I try and look out for people on there if I can for certain things I can help with or suggestions. Some people just want to stir up the drama on there. Some people just, want to be part of the mix, and they don't intend to be giving inaccurate information. They just do be on accident because they're not paying attention and they're just blabbing. So, got a big old truck trying to come in. Damn you, truck. Oh, they don't want to come in. Got traffic, like I already hit it. It's 11:03. We're merging from the 215 Riverside Freeway onto the 60, and we're already at a complete and total standstill. So that is not awesome at all. It's gonna suck. So I might have to pull out of this and bail up to the 10. This isn't gonna work very good for me. Try and go around these yahoos right here. Once you start towing for a living or towing for your hobby, or you see these big semi trucks, you look at these little cars that make these dumb moves on the freeway and block everything and can't figure things out. And it's incredibly hard to understand how dumb people are when they drive, how reckless they drive, how careless they drive, and how they don't know anything about their cars. They're just all over the place. So I'm not perfect. I cut people off all the time. I tell you, I get flipped off almost every time I come to California. People have the worst attitudes, but I take it with a grain of salt. I know people down here are making massive house payments or rent payments. They're all driving cars that are 2 or 3 years old, maybe 5 years old, but they're still in an 8-year loan. They're paying premiums on insurance for the overcrowding from their house and from their car. They're stressed to the max. They work a job that totally sucks balls, and they cannot get out of that job because if they do, they lose all this shit that they got financed that they don't have paid off. So anyway, long story short of that, I understand why people have shitty attitudes down here. It doesn't excuse it, but I'm used to it. Look at
20 miles, continue straight.
This lady just never stops talking. It's like the female version of me in a little box. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just telling you, bring up some containers. I'll bring up some 20-foot standard containers next week as well. So if you're looking for 20-footers, those are a little bit cheaper than the 40s, obviously. The 40-foot high cubes, doing around $5,700 in the Concho, Snowflake, Apache, Arizona area. If you're listening down in Phoenix, Arizona, you can get them cheaper down there because they come from Long Beach and they don't have to drive all the way up to grade. I'm 4.5 hours north of Arizona when you're towing, and that's uphill the entire way. So that's a good few $100s just in fuel cost alone, let alone wear and tear on the vehicle. So if you're comparing prices, apples to apples makes a huge difference, not apples to oranges. If you're buying a container in San Bernardino County, you're paying, not even 2/3 of the cost we pay up at, retail up in our area because, like I said, they're not even going uphill. They're literally just it's right there. Once you start climbing and you start going, the further you get away from Long Beach Port, the more expensive they get. So that's just kind of how it works on containers. Yeah, if you have any questions, give me a holler. 928-243-3443. And like I said, right now I don't have stock on my property because they're going fast enough where, I'm not bringing them in 20 at a time. I might buy 8 at a time or bring 1 up per week or 2 up per week. That sounds kind of crazy, but I'm not in this thing to be working, 5 days a week. I hate to make, sound like I'm lazy. I'm not. I got a lot of things going on. I just kind of pick and choose my hours. So for right now, I don't have a stock sitting in my property. I literally take a picture of the container when I'm at the port, send it to the couple people that are interested in it. The first guy that jumps on it communicates properly, guy or gal, whatever you identify as. First person that jumps on says, I want that red one, I want that blue one, that green one on your trailer, you still have it. First person that jumps on between the communication I've had going, or 3 people flake out, the next person in line jumps on, that's their container. The nice thing about it, there's plenty more, guys. I don't get too attached. They're just big giant metal boxes with rusty spots and rubber gaskets. There's nothing too fancy about these things. If the walls could talk, somebody's been 15 years overseas, we don't even know where they've been. Anyhow, just doing touch base, like I said, showing off my bed head. It's not even bed head, it's truck bed head. That's even worse, probably. But heading back up. And then my brother's coming out this weekend. So if you guys follow along the channel at all, my brother bought 40 acres out towards St. John's. He's been doing some work on his property out there. I got to get him a container pretty soon. He's called me right now, so I'm going to call him back in a second. yeah, he's coming out to check out some property. I just had some old high school friends, people I've known since about 5th grade, which is pretty awesome, come out. A guy and a gal that they're both the same age as me, same grade, and we spent the weekend together. And I told them if they come out, let me know, and I'll give you a tour around the area. As far as, I'll show you what's going on. I would have loved a tour when I was looking at property out there. I did my own tour, but I've offered that to van life community people, RV life community people, other homestead prospects. So if you're looking for property out there and you say, hey, I'm coming to Concho or coming to Apache County or Shola or St. John's on Saturday the whatever, Wednesday the whatever, feel free to hit me up if you need some little tour guide service or want someone to point you in the right direction or hook you up with a realtor. I bought all 3 of my properties through the same realtor, and my brother bought his property through the same realty company, but a different realtor. Both my gal and the gal that he utilized, we were getting a hold of both of them. She should call back first. They both do a great job. They're both very familiar with the area. They're both full-time living up in that area, and work with the same company for quite some years. And they have several properties that are available at the moment, from half-acre properties up to 40 plus. So if you want some details on what's going on in the area, why I bought in the area, I've had plenty of long conversations on the phone with complete random strangers that just got a hold of me through YouTube, and I got no qualms with that. It's totally cool. I'm a resource. Use me as a resource if you need that resource. I don't have a problem with that at all. I'd love to help someone out and steer in the right direction. It doesn't have to be my direction, but maybe it'll help you save some money. I get really good deals on stuff. I kind of know what I'm looking for. With people that came out last weekend, it was nice to catch up. I haven't seen them in years. Like I said, I've known these people since I was like 8 years old, which is pretty cool. 8, 9, 10, whatever. They're about 5th grade. I can't remember how old you are in 5th grade. It's been a while. But yeah, we spent a couple days together catching up on life, which is cool. Kind of neat how our lives were paralleled. Years later, here we're all looking at rural properties and getting the hell out of the rat race and kind of changing our life perspective a little bit. So it was kind of cool to be on that level and talk with them. And it was also nice to be able to show them, okay, here's where my rural property is, here's where my little non-rural property, or rural but on-grid property, here's what my brother bought, here's a few properties I know that are for sale in the area. Also, I have some friends in the area. I've developed friendships in the last few years being out there, in the last year and a half being there full-time, to where I have some people that will tell me, hey, I got a friend has a property for sale that might end me in the market. So those are good deals. You can usually do owner finance with those kind of people, or cash, obviously, but you might get a better deal because it's one of those things that's not being advertised, so they're not inflating the price like a lot of the other ones. So anyhow, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to be doing some work on the container workshop, overhang, hopefully tomorrow and Saturday. And then I bought a little enclosed trailer for my kids' taco tamale business. We're going to be starting here in December. But I bought one that's 6'2" tall. Think I can get away with it. I need to replywood the surface in there, and it's going to be too short. So I kind of did it on a whim. Went out to Winslow to pick this thing up. It ended up being shorter than the guy claimed. I had already driven all the way out there, said screw it, I'm going to buy this thing. It needs some fix-ups anyway, so I'm going to just fix it up and probably just flip that for a couple bucks in the pocket and get someone a deal on a nice little enclosed trailer that's been taken care of by me, and I'll make a couple bucks back on, make my gas money back and my initial investment back, a couple dollars for my time. It'll still be cheaper than the market value. But anyway, so I have a few other projects. Why not add more projects to the list, right? What else I got going on? So anyhow, thanks for tuning in, and I will try and film what I can on the container workshop overhang. This guy, you're in a car, get over. God, you're so dumb. Anyway, if you guys are next to a semi-truck, a guy towing a trailer, we're heavily insured. We can run into you if we want to. It's not that big of a deal. Just put some downtime on our gig or our transportation or delivery. But man, I don't know. People just drive like stooges, man. Like I said, I drove like kind of a stooge when I was younger. I definitely grew out of it. The last 20 years, I've matured into a pretty good driver. But some of these people are still working it. Plus, they're distracted with all their devices and all that shit. I'm talking to one right now, but I talk all day long. It's not a big deal. I can multitask. I was chewing gum earlier while talking. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Talk to you soon. Stay safe out there.